Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Long Gone Loser Rock Show. Today I'm going to talk about one of my favourite Australian bands. It's a band from Brisbane called Screamfeeder. Today I came home, I was out doing some errands, doing all the usual things that I have to do to get this show on the road. And I came home to a package from the band themselves. Tim had sent down a package that included their brand new book, End of This Summer. This book details the band's career so far, right from their humble beginnings. It's packed with photos, packed with stories, and I wanted to share this with you because if you like Husker Du and Pavement and Superchunk and Jawbreaker and that sort of stuff, Screamfeeder is a band that will most likely appeal to you. They're very inspired by those bands, I think. A lot of open chords, but done with lots of distortion and stuff like that. Awesome band. I've seen them a gazillion times over the years because I used to help them out with, when they were playing shows in Adelaide, I used to help lug gear around and stuff like that. But I've always been a fan first, and then, all the other stuff came second. But the first time I saw them in Adelaide was with the Meanies when they came down and played the Governor High Marsh. And wow, that's so long ago. I can barely remember the show, which is weird for me because I usually remember everything. But that show, for some reason, is a bit of a blur to me. I think I missed most of Screamfeeder's set, if my memory is correctly, and I got there for the last three songs. What I did hear blew me away, and I became a fan instantly. And I've been following them hardcore ever since. I have every single thing they've ever put out. I'm just that guy. Just followed the band, from the start right up until now, and they're playing in Melbourne in a week or so. The date will be across the bottom of the screen right about now. So if you are in Melbourne, get along to the Northcote Social Club and we can talk about this book and see the awesome bands. And now this book itself, I get to toot my own horn here. I've got a couple of photos in this book, so I'm very happy because I used to take lots of photos of the band, and I'm not a photographer by any means. I'm in fact probably the last person you'd go to if you wanted photos done. But they took two of my photos and decided to include them in this book. Well, two that I've found so far. I haven't read the whole thing, but I did see two photos when I flicked through because I did some photos of them at the big day out. So here we go. If you have a look here, this book is just filled with photos. So many photos. Monty Melnick's book, On the Road with the Ramones, is awesome because of how many photos it has. And this book is no different. Pages and pages of photos, great anecdotes, stories, etc. It's just awesome. And you should grab yourself a copy. Mine is signed and numbered, which I'm very thankful for. So it says it's number 46 of 100. Love from Tim and Kelly. I think I'm also in the documentary. I think they're making a documentary and they interviewed me for that, and I told some funny stories about hanging out with this band over the years. I took that photo of Kelly and I took this photo of Tim. Both of those photos were taken at the big day out in Adelaide, which was when? 1996 it was. And in fact, that was the same year that I saw Radio Birdman play. And they'd just done the reunion thing and it was happening, and that was where they were doing their reunion shows, and it was absolutely mind-blowing. But that's another story for another day. But not only did I get the book, they included this lanyard thing with the artwork for their brand new album, which is now out and is awesome. Got a letter from Tim. Well, thank you for everything, Tim, because the tunes are what kept me coming back. I got a record, got a sticker, always awesome. And I got these photo cards, which are pretty awesome. As you can see here, they just sent me a pile of photo cards, which I'm very happy with. So they're like postcards, so maybe I'll use them to send letters to people. Who knows? Also got this book, which is like a bunch of flyers and stuff like that, which is cool because if you're a hoarder like me, you love seeing stuff like this. I have got so many gig flyers for so many bands. It's kind of ridiculous how many gig flyers I still have. I seem to pick up gig flyers every time I went into a record store. And it just seemed to be the thing you do. You walk in, you look what gigs are on, and then you grab the flyer for it. Most people throw them away, except me. I seem to hoard all this stuff, which is surprising because now I can't find the flyer that I have for the Meanies and Screamfeeder show. And I know I have one, and I can tell you that Link Meanie did the artwork on it, and it was pretty damn cool. I wish I knew where it was. Usually I put the gig flyers inside my records so that I won't lose them, and I didn't do it for some reason, and now I can't find it. Rookie mistake. But anyway, Screamfeeder, end of this summer, is now available through the band's website. So head on over to screamfeeder.com or screamfeeder.bandcamp.com. All those things will be along here. And go out and buy yourself a copy. Like I said, well, it looks like there's only 100 copies of this, which is pretty cool. Pretty nice collector's edition for us nerds that have to have everything. And yeah, I really appreciate Tim and Kelly and Dean and Tony even, and the new members that I haven't met yet. I really look forward to hanging out with you in like a week. So, end of this summer, get out and get yourself a copy. You've been watching another episode of the Long Gone Loser Rock Show. I'm Damo. Come back anytime you want by subscribing. Whatever is, I don't know where to point for that subscribing bell thing or whatever. But feel free to subscribe to the channel for more craziness and vinyl antics and all that sort of stuff that revolves itself around the Long Gone Loser stratosphere. Thank you very much. You take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye-bye.